To learn how to program a microcontroller 8951 using various softwares, first of all we use Keel Microvision 3 and Flash Magic as pointed shown. Now Keel Microvision 3 is a software which we are going to use to type in the embedded C program which will compile the embedded C program. So first we go to File, New and create a new Microvision project. Say we give a name as in Dancing LEDs. Now we have to select the type of target device we are using. In this case we select Atmel 89C51. Copy standard project. No, we do not want any sample project. Source group 1. Now for this we need to type in the code. We go to File, New File and here we type in the code. Firstly hash include the most important header file reg51.h. Next hash include stdio.h. Now this is the header file which is used in normal C programming. Hash include. We should always include all the header files in case of any sudden use of operators or functions. And we straight away start with void main. Here we have to write every code in a do while loop so that it keeps on repeating. And define an integer type of variable I which will be used in for loops ahead. For I equal to 0, I less than say 10,000 and I plus plus. In this we are sending to port 1 0 cross 0 1. Now this indicates that the port 1.0 will be set to logic 1. And similarly we have to copy this for loop to glow LEDs, other LEDs, say the second LED, the third LED in order. For that we copy such for loops 8 times. Control V, enter, Control V, enter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and we go on changing which LED we have to go. The first one will glow the first 0.0 port 1.0 LED. Second one will glow the second, say if we send 02 in hexadecimal will glow the second LED. The third one will glow 04. Once we send 04 in hexadecimal it will glow the third LED, mind you, in once it is converted to binary. Next if we send 08 it will glow the fourth LED after 10,000 of iterations. Then we send 10, it will glow the fifth LED which in hexadecimal will be 10. Similarly 20, 40 and 80. Now all this was for the for loop and this will be put into a condition of while as shown, do while as shown above. So the while condition should be set to 1 such that it will execute always. Don't forget the semicolon as I will give you syntax about. Control F to save it. Say I save it with the name as example. No, say dancing LED is my original name. LEDs dot C is something important. Now I have to add files here. So I add dancing LEDs into my source group. Once I have added dancing LEDs, now I have to confirm that in Flash, configure Flash tools, that my output create hex file is ticked. Now this will create a hex file every time you execute or compile the code. So now we go for dancing LEDs, right click on that and build target. So it will give you 0 error, 0 warning, creating hex files. So once the hex files are created, dancing LEDs, your work is done. You just have to remember the link, the location where your program and hex file will be stored. Now once this is done, you can minimize this and go to Flash Magic. Now this is a software which will burn your hex file, the created hex file, onto your microcontroller chip. So now we have to go to browse, and here go to the same path and click on dancing LEDs.hex. Now it will going to select this, and in this the important points are your device. It should be set into 89V51RD2, which is your actual microcontroller. You're using a COM port 1, which is always in the most normal cases. 9600 baud rate is very important, that is a normal computer baud rate, and you're doing this interface in ISP mode. Any other advanced options you're using is hardware configuration option. This is always default. Make clicked, you're supposed to unclick this option, use DTR to control reset. Okay, all these options, if clicked or not clicked, don't make any more differences. Now you have to press reset on your microcontroller development kit. Keep it pressed until you press start. Now you press start. You press start, and as soon as you get this message, reset the device into ISP mode. Now you're supposed to leave your reset button on your microcontroller development kit, and the programming is done, finished. Just a matter of seconds to program something, and you can now see your output on development kit again on resetting your microcontroller, because resetting microcontroller will ensure that it will execute the program that is stored in its ROM. Thank you.